Since the day NIL was founded, we have added learning to our systems integration and professional services business. We have always known that well-educated customers use our solutions better and benefit the most. In 1992, we signed the Cisco value-added reseller, and when Cisco launched its training partner program a year later, we have immediately jumped at the opportunity. Ivan Pepelnyak, our first instructor, passed an interesting instructor exam at the beginning of 1993. The exam lasted 2 hours, was conducted over an expensive international phone line, and went very deep into technology. In June 1993, we signed the Cisco Partner Agreement. And since then, we have been among the top learning partners, today holding the Platinum status. How did it look back then? We were ordering Cisco training kits by fax, and the delivery lasted about 3 or 4 weeks. And a part of the package was a nice t-shirt, and that caused quite often customs problems. Interestingly, the initial portfolio of the courses was just one course, the router software configuration course. When in 1995, I, as a second NIL instructor, passed an instructor exam, at the time it was significantly modified and lasted 2 weeks, the Cisco portfolio already comprised 5 courses. At the time, most of our instructors were practitioners with experience from daily operations, which means that they were able to provide first-hand information to our students. And NIL has been, through years, using our engineers as instructors, which means that experience from our gold partner status that we are holding has never been a problem. My personal achievement I remember from the time is that in the same year when I passed the Cisco instructor exam, I also passed my CCA exam just 2 months later. And most of our instructors held this top Cisco certification, the CCIE. However, the most bold decision we have made was the decision of my manager to offer our BGP course to Cisco. And that was the beginning of our fruitful cooperation with Cisco also on a course development side. And then things started down like a roller coaster. In 1998, we pioneered NIL Remote Labs, a solution that enabled the students to practice on a remote equipment. And at the turn of the millennium, we have already been delivering virtual classes, teaching over internet. I'm very proud to be an essential part of those 2 and many other innovations and achievements. Being close to Cisco meant 2 things. First of all, we were exposed to technologies earlier than anyone else. We have always been involved in various beta programs and were bringing to the market ahead of anyone else and tested them also on ourselves. Second, especially on the learning side, in early phases, we met a lot of interesting Cisco people, and we have invited them to present at our customer events. Additionally, our instructors were teaching all over the world. All those signs of our great partnership with Cisco reflected in customer trust. And for them, we were the partner to go with. I believe that learning has always been a business enabler for us. It's obvious that learning is changing already and changing significantly. Learning is no longer an event, but rather an ongoing process with frequent interactions between the learner and, let it say, the mentor. That also impacts the way learning is delivered. And I believe that Cisco Learning Partners are becoming learning consultants with a broad spectrum of services, from assessing the customer needs, identifying the gaps that can be addressed by learning, defining learning paths, aligning them, and finally delivering the programs that are a combination of self-paced e-learning, mentored sessions, activity assessments, social learning, discussions, and so on. As for the technical training, it's already shifted more towards the on-the-job, in the flow of work training. The type of learning that comprises the job shadowing, mentoring, at the end, content curation, selecting the best pieces of knowledge, and certainly aligning the training to the business context. Certainly, artificial intelligence capabilities will impact the learning business. However, I believe learners will still need access to a human being, learning consultant, or a mentor. Despite digitalization, the need for human interaction will be pronounced, and probably we will have our personal teachers similarly as we have our personal doctors today. Moreover, the knowledge and content will still be created by human beings, or at least validated by human beings, and certainly consumed by human beings. As for the business partnerships, I believe that the cooperation and interactions between the vendors and partners will be even more frequent. The vendors are actively seeking feedback from the partners, since in today's world, no one's knowledge is absolute anymore. As for the projects, right now we are trying to align our internal knowledge sharing processes with the content that we offer to customers and things that we incorporate into public learning solutions.